Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. Hope you're all well, and before we get into the video, I've just got a little public service announcement. Press subscribe, put post notifications on all, and get involved with the discussion point by having a comment down below and hitting the like button. Thank you. And oh yes, these little messages, they're really important because it really helps the channel actually exist on here. Whether or not it's supporting me on twitch.tv/RichTheManLive, right the way through to members who do an amazing job with supporting me as a creator, and people that come back each and every day. So make sure to hit the notification bells on all. Thank you! But oh hark, I hear thee ask, what is this video about? Well, this video is all about synergies. Medusa Synergies to be exact, and why do I feel this is so important? Well, this is an amazing champion, first and foremost, lots of usages over different areas of the game, lots to do with damage output against robot-based champions, and just putting it together with an amazing synergy can mean for some amazing damage output. So we're going to look at the best. It's not always about the Heimdall synergy, there's also other synergies to consider as well. So let's, without further ado, start this off. So the other day I was making a video about which one was my best champion or selection of best champions that I do have at my disposal. And Medusa came up, and I was thinking to myself, like, Medusa loses a lot of the hype, especially around other champions that have come into the game, which are, well, let's face it, a lot more popular. However, I still wanted to see what my rank 5 Medusa could do with the right synergy. So first of all, I tested 4 different synergy types, 4 different builds, and I'm going to do this now and showcase what they were able to do. Similar kind of methods with the playstyle. Yes, RNG will factor into it. No, I'm not running Suicide Masteries, but I thought that's the element of honesty to give you. So right after this, let's do this synergy. Yes, the Yellow Jacket thing. And that thing is a synergy bonus for Yellow Jacket and Ant-Man combined. As you can see here with Nemesis, we get plus 6% attack. And obviously, as we go down the line, the same thing can be seen. And this was a synergy I wanted to test to see whether or not we could actually see any great damage output. For a lot of people that don't understand this usage of synergy, this was a very old school synergy, and very early iterations of the Labyrinth of Legends synergy team usage seemed to be centered around this, in order to mainly increase the attack so that it wouldn't cause so much of an issue with the whole kind of global node aspect to Labyrinth of Legends. But let's see what it can do. When you come to the game as a beginner, you will notice very quickly that certain synergies will be very unique to a certain champion. And the old school ones of increasing things like crit rate, crit damage, and even things like this where it's meant to improve attack, it is not really there. And especially that was very self-evident with this grind. Yes, do bear in mind the aspect of RNG, but unfortunately it didn't cut the mustard when it came to the amount of hits. Unfortunately, I could only muster about 187 hits to take down the enemy, which compared with some of the other synergies that you're going to see today, it's a bit pathetic really. The next synergy that I decided to use was this one here, featuring Karnak and as well featuring Black Bolt. I really wanted to tap into the Inhuman Royal Family and also the Inhuman Royal Family with Karnak as well. So something that improves the amount of fury, which again is important for the damage output. But also I decided with this to do something with Cosmic Supremacy. Not really needed, but I thought, you know, let's start off and see what this could really do. And especially getting that plus 30% duration for all Fury, Precision and Cruelty, mainly for the Fury, could be something that would help. I've only just put in a Gamora into it just for the sake of it, which kind of links off well from Ronan, has rivals for critical damage rating. I could have chose anything from the enemies and have like critical rating, but I decided let's try this out and see what we can do. Unfortunately, with this setup, we only managed to amass 149 hits by the end of it in order to take down the enemy. And again, RNG could play a part. Yes, okay, if you run Suicide Masteries, your damage output is going to be fantastic. But at the same time, you have to realize it's not always about running Suicide Masteries. I personally don't like it quite so much, and I've not done it for about a year. Now on to the third synergy, and this one is quite exciting. So first and foremost, I've got Inhuman Royal Synergy to begin with. We've got both champions, Black Bolt and as well as Karnak. We've then got Heimdall, and Heimdall is in with Hela. Now obviously I could have Angela for this, but the fact is I just want to get that Lost Daughters of Asgard thing. So once per fight, Heimdall will intercede on your behalf, dash back and hold block for 1.5 seconds to gain an infinite duration fury buff, increasing attack by 15% of base attack. So fantastic, you're going to see some great damage output. Let's roll it. Now when I was playing out this synergy, I think one thing really came to mind is that, do I actually need Karnak? And the more that I thought about it, the more that I wanted to get shattered armor, which, did it really need to have Karnak in? And I thought, the more I thought about this, the more I thought, well, look, that doing a heavy attack and putting in those permanent armor breaks are helpful, but most of the time I'm going to be looking to build them quickly, which, as you know, and in this fight, I'm doing the same thing. I'm kind of building up, doing lots of medium attacks, but as well, and I could be very medium heavy in order to really get in those armor breaks quickly, but I like the process in which I'm using. Yes, I then could go, right, well, I put an L1 in and then I do shattered armor. But what am I going to do about those armor breaks that are permanent? Well, they go. So therefore, when I come out of the shattered armor, I have to rebuild them up again, which is the same process I technically would be doing if I didn't have that synergy. So I decided that even though this synergy did incredibly well and I got the damage that I needed, and again RNG could have factored into this, the amount that I was able to pick up was 129 hits. Now I've obviously saved the best to last. I just want to walk you through some reasons why. One thing I really had to understand is that if I was to do this as a synergy team for the point of usage in-game grinding, would I choose a team like this? And the answer would be yes, to a degree. Angela's a great champion, Nick Fury's an amazing champion, Heimdall is a good champion, and as well Medusa is an amazing champion. Black Bolt is a kind of average champion, and I really hope that one day that he gets a further buff. He did technically get a buff about a year and a bit ago, but it wasn't substantial enough for us to go, yes, lead champion or good champion to use. The fact is, this is a good team. You want to have Heimdall in, you want to have Nick Fury, and more that I kind of like thought about is like, oh, have I got it wrong putting in Nick Fury with this? Well, Nick Fury's synergy does say that all hero champions except Nick, 10% attack rating, the boost is doubled if Nick is dead. We are going to try and kill Nick, unfortunately, in this. And that is obviously the stats and the information that you're going to see. Also, the thing to mention was, because I completely skipped over it whilst I was prepping this video, was that under the attributes section, that she is indeed a hashtag hero. So I guess that does confirm that to be correct. But one thing I do hope is that in the future we have a further improvement to Inhuman Synergy. There are some still undiscovered Inhuman champions, Inhuman characters, which haven't been put into MCOC. So fingers crossed for that. I can't remember the name of the character. You're going to have to let me know in the comment section who it is. It's the love interest of Human Torch and the sister of Medusa. But I can't remember for the life of me. I think it's Crystal with a K. But it will come to me at a later date. Either way. The reason, obviously, I've done this synergy is based on Nick's leadership. Also, coupled with Heimdall's synergy as well as the Lost Daughters of Asgard. I switched out Angela because I wanted to make this more of a, if I was to use it as a team for questing, what would be the setup? And it would largely be this setup here. Either way, let's get rolling with the footage. So whilst the footage is rolling, just to mention the same thing, same attacking principles that I was trying to use. Damage output and strategies and tactics and the way that I'm playing is very guarded yet kind of easy, because I want to make this as kind of like easy cheesy, if you know what I mean, in that anybody could really use this champion, and it is just a case of like you could be a complete noob at the game but have the ability to at least play Medusa with some aspect of brawling, absorbing some stuff into your block, parrying as well, and just making it as easy as you can for yourself. Because at the end of the day, we like a challenge, but there are times where we like to keep it a little bit easier and just try and see if we can have a little bit of fun with it. And this synergy did that for me. It allowed me to damage out quite a bit. I did do a first experimentation, and due to hitting off an L2 right at the very end, it put me way over what I was thinking, about 130 hits. But at the end of this particular clip, I get 122, and that is largely based on the fact of the bleed damage, something that I've kind of alluded to in this video so far. The way that the bleed damage works is something that I want to focus on. So I wanted to get that shattered armor and then hit an L2 in order to rapidly get that extent of bleed increased. Either way, very impressive synergy and very fun for this exhibition video. There we have it, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much for watching this video. It's been nice to get back and do these kind of like technical videos and kind of testing and just comparison videos, because I just like those kind of aspects of Marvel Contest of Champions. So it's been nice to take a little bit of a chill and develop these videos for you. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If you didn't, then let me know in the comments section. And obviously if you've got a better suggestion for a synergy, then put it down there. I went to marvelsynergy.com if you're interested in synergy builds around certain characters. And as well, thank you very much for watching this. If you enjoyed it, hit the like button, subscribe for more Marvel Contest of Champions based content, some also VR content as well, and anything else, just check out the links here, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye for now.